Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk all things Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. I'm your host, Brady Vini, and we are live again today for another instant reaction and analysis and commentary this week to the Pittsburgh Steelers, traveling to the east part of the state, take on the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Battle of Pennsylvania. Once again, this is a rivalry renewed between these two teams. Really, if you go across all of the major sports that these two cities have, whether it's the Pirates and the Phillies, whether it's the Penguins and the Flyers, and whether it's the Steelers or the Eagles, these two towns do not like each other at all. Of course, the Pittsburgh does not have a NBA team like the Philadelphia has, but this is going to be one of those games where it's going to be very ugly and physical, and there's bound to be some talking back and forth, and it is pretty much as hostile of an environment that the Steelers can have outside of the AFC North, if we are being honest. As for how this game's going to go, this is going to be a pretty cliche answer, but it's true nonetheless. This game's going to be won in the trenches here today. You got the best defense and best running offense in the Eagles going up against a pretty good Steelers defense, even though they are minus two key players. We'll get into that more in a bit. And going up against a Steelers team that really wants to pride itself on running the football. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a cliche answer. You want to establish yourself in the trenches, but that is how these two teams have been commonly built. If you want to put these two teams together, the GM for the Eagles, Howie Roseman, part of his staff was one Andy Weidel, assistant GM of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Weidel brought the philosophy of building the O-line and building the defensive line, really establishing yourself in the trenches. He's brought in that philosophy over to the Pittsburgh side of things, where now you see guys like Keanu Benton and Zach Frazier, Mason McCormick, and Broderick Jones on the offensive side. Steelers in the past couple of drafts taking some high picks, first, second round picks in the trenches on the offensive and defensive line. So these two teams are very commonly structured that way. The Eagles have spent a lot of first round draft picks on the defensive front. And I mean, if you want to look at it, they pretty much drafted the entire Georgia, front seven from their national championship year a couple of years ago. So the Eagles, they've built through the draft in the trenches. Steelers have done the same thing. And this, now we get into sort of the narratives going into this one. You have the Steelers, who have not won in Philadelphia since 1965. The Steelers have literally won against every other team in every other stadium since the Super Bowl era. Since the Super Bowl era began, they've literally beat every single team in every other stadium across the NFL except Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. So history not on the side of the Steelers. They've lost each of their last 10 games there. These two teams, once again, they're rivals, but they met, a lot? No, they have not. But here's where the narrative can get twisted. Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson, 6-1 on the year since he started for the Black and Gold. He is 5-0 in his career regular season against the Eagles and 1-0 against the Eagles in the playoffs. So you put the quarterback who's had one of the greatest successes against one team in NFL history, a perfect 6-0 record for Russell Wilson on a team that does not win in Philadelphia one bit. So which of those two narratives will be true by the end of this one? Who knows? We will have to wait and see. He will be going up against Jalen Hurts, of course, as we all know, for the Philadelphia Eagles. Hurts did take warm-ups. He is wearing a heavy glove on his left hand, his non-throwing hand. So will that be a factor in him taking snaps here today? We'll see. Maybe, let's say that hand gets hurt to where he can't handle snaps all that well, or he gets knocked out of this game, then you get the prodigal son of Kenny Pickett going up against the team that drafted him, that then exiled him. Well, let's be accurate here. He wanted to be exiled. When you have a guy when you have Russell Wilson, who got shunned from the Denver organization, and you're told he's going to come in and compete with you, Kenny did not take well to that, which, I mean, if we're being frank here, Russell Wilson started the year with that calf injury. He would have played for the Steelers for at least, I'd say, probably the first 3 or 4 games of the season. So instead, now he's out there in Philadelphia, where he has been a backup, and he's only come in garbage time. I'd be shocked if you told me he threw more than 3 passes this entire year. He's mainly come in garbage time for the Eagles, and it's just been run, chew up the clock. But Hurts gets knocked out, Kenny comes in. That will be probably the most intriguing twist in a football game this year. So let's just talking about, the teams some more here. Once again, Steelers offense this year, they are 9th in rushing, 23 in passing. As for the Eagles offense, they are number 1 in rushing, but they are number 31 in passing. And that is what has caused the Eagles some problems. If you may or may not know, it is not all rosy for the 11-2 Eagles. You think 11-2, things got to be good over there. That is absolutely not the case. Eagles top wide receiver A.J. Brown, post-game from the Eagles game last weekend, they beat the Carolina Panthers barely 22-16, who they just got blown out like 30-14 or something. I don't know what the score was in that game, but A.J. Brown, Eagles top receiver, in the locker room saying the passing needs to be better of the team. And then you got veteran defensive lineman Brandon Graham for the Eagles coming out saying that he's got to be better in how he handles situations, and it's become a whole distraction throughout the week. How are the Eagles coexisting right now? Their offense is much better running the ball. They brought in Saquon Barkley, as you all know. He's having one of the greatest, first years of a running back with a new team. He leads the league in rushing. He's already broken the Eagles' all-time running record, and he could very well break some NFL rushing records before this season ends. But, with a superstar X factor running back in the backfield, that has taken away their passing game very, very much. They are now second to last in the league. But I want to see today if the Eagles are going to get outside of their strategy. They have been feeding the beast in Saquon Barkley all year long. I want to see if they decide to, okay, hey, we got A.J. Brown throwing fit here. Let's see if we can get him the ball early, maybe to make him feel better. If that's the case, okay, now I think we're back. Sorry, guys. Storms in Pittsburgh. What are you gonna do? It started out. It was supposed to come this morning. Some freezing rain. That hit later on this morning and then into the afternoon, and now it's become a steady snow in Pittsburgh, and apparently my internet cut out there briefly, so sorry about that. But yeah, so game's going to be won in the trenches, and it'll be interesting to see if the Eagles get outside of their game plan of feeding Saquon Barkley like they have done all year long. It's worked to them, but it has caused problems in the locker room. So maybe we see them try to throw it a little bit more, get it to AJ Brown. But, I've never seen or heard such slander talked about an 11-2 team like the Eagles have. They have been ruthless in the media there. They are treating them like they're 5-7, but they're onto the field now. So if we are, we got number 7, Kenny Pickett there, coming up the back there, sort of leading the team. But it'll be interesting to see, this game I think this is either going to be a close Steelers victory or it's going to be an absolute blowout by the Eagles. And I don't think there's going to be any other ways around it. I'd be happy if the Steelers, kept this game close, even if they did lose, because that shows that, hey, even this is a different team. Even though you're going into a place where you have struggled mightily in the past, you can still hang with one of the top teams. The Eagles, they're fighting for the top seed in the NFC with the Lions, kind of like how the Steelers are just, maybe hoping that the Chiefs stumble here and, the Christmas Day game is for the first seed in the AFC. So you have two of the top teams on both sides of the ledger here in the NFC and the AFC. Which one is more superior? We're going to find that out. If I had to guess, I'm leaning towards the Eagles, but they have some warts of their own. They are not the well-oiled machine that they have been against the Steelers in years past. And the Steelers aren't the same rollover team led by Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph and all these other guys. You have a legit veteran quarterback who's had a lot of success against this team, even in their own stadium. And it's going to be hard for Russell Wilson today. I have faith that he's going to move the ball, but you're without George Pickens once again. I don't expect him to come back until after the Christmas Day. And then on the defensive side of the ball, you're down your top tackler in Deshon, Elliott, and a pretty good defensive lineman in Larry Ogunjobi. So those are two guys you do not want to be missing against Saquon Barkley. And the Steelers have had success against Barkley too. I forgot to mention that. Barkley, when he was with the Giants, this is a moot point now because he's on a actual, decently ran franchise and he has an offensive line in front of him. But the Steelers held Barkley to 16 yards when they played him last when he was with the Giants. So is that an anomaly? Was it just a product of circumstances that Barkley had that bad of a game, or do the Steelers actually have this guy's number and know how to contain him? We're going to find that out. And is Russell Wilson, was that in his glory days that he was able to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, and can he do it again without his top weapon? Lots of, intriguing stories here coming into this one. In the Battle of Pennsylvania, I mean, this is going to be bragging rights, across sports. Let's say, the Pirates go into the Philly Stadium and they, take 2 out of 3, or they win 3 games in Philadelphia, the Pirates in a series. Philly fans are going to come back, oh yeah, but our, Eagles team still beat your guys since 1965. And then let's say let's say Philadelphia comes here to Pittsburgh and takes on the Penguins, the Flyers and Penguins. Flyers win, but Penguin fans can go, well, hey, the Steelers got one over on you this time. So, as always, this one's on Fox now. This game today, Aaron Andrews on the sideline. Tom Brady in the booth, his first Steelers game he is calling as a broadcaster. It looks like the Steelers are going to get the ball. So enough of me yapping. We are about to get this one underway. And there you have Jalen Hurts, of course, heavy glove on his hand. He is in a little huddle with his top 2 receiving threats in AJ Brown and Devontae Smith out there, praying before they get to work. AJ Brown whispering something in his quarterback's ear. It's all fun and games until they get on the field, and let's see if Hurts can get his guys the ball. Now we have Brandon Mann punting it away. I think he was a one-time Steeler punter. It is brought up by Cordero Patterson. Patterson up to the 30. So Cordero Patterson, return man extraordinaire, hasn't really gotten that much of a chance this season to return many kicks. But he brings that one out to the 30 where he would have started had he just taken a knee. But now we got Russell Wilson, Danger Russ, and a Eagle down here on the kickoff down near the 20-yard line. That was Jalen Warren laying a block on, I think that's Sidney Brown, the safety, number 21. Looks like his one of his safety partners, CJ Gardner-Johnson, on a knee there. And how about that? That might be a record for the quickest break in a game this year. Opening kickoff, Eagle down. Hopefully he is all right. We're going to be back here in a moment where Russell Wilson and the Steelers offense get their first crack of the game against this elite number one in the NFL Eagles defense. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So opening kickoff of the game gets brought out to about the 30 by Cordero Patterson. And we had an injured Eagle, Sidney Brown. He is now up. He walked off the field under his own power and is on the sideline. Now we get to see Russell Wilson and the Steelers offense for the first time today. Backup tight end Connor Hayward motions into the fullback position. It is a pitch to Najee Harris. And against this stout Eagles run, Najee will get forward for a gain of about 1, maybe 2. Once again, Russell Wilson in his career against the Eagles, 6-0, 9 touchdowns to just 1 interception. Can Danger Russ continue to be the boogeyman for this Eagles team? Again, it is a very young but dangerous Eagles front. Quick pass here out to Pat Freiermuth in the flat. No gain on the play. In fact, they might just give him 1, but it's going to be a long third down here on the Steelers' opening drive of the game. No changes to the offensive line. Still having that young right side of the line. Zach Frazier, Mason McCormick, and Broderick Jones, 2 rookies and a second-year man. And once again, the Steelers without George Pickens at wide receiver today. So you got your top 3 wide receivers as Mike Williams, Van Jefferson, and Calvin Austin III. Austin is in motion here from the right of the formation to the left. Wilson takes the snap, drops back the pass. Russ, he's going to chuck a deep ball early. He's got no one. Van Jefferson with 3 Eagles tailing him. A moon ball from Russell Wilson falls a good 5 or 10 yards in front of Van Jefferson. Not catchable for anybody on the field there. So just like that, the Steelers offense are going to be punting the ball away. Not even a minute and a half into the ball game, 4th and 7. Corliss Waitman is the punter. He gets this one away, having a good year for the Steelers. For that ball there, that will hit at the 25-yard line of Eagles territory and check up and bounce back to the 30. So now the Eagles offense, number 1 in the league in rushing. Saquon Barkley, Penn State running back, spent the beginning of his career with the Giants, first 4 years there. Now with a much better organization in the Giants division rival, the Philadelphia Eagles, breaking a lot of records this year, looking to get some NFL records that he is not too far from. Might be seeing him get the ball a lot, but not here. He is going to be lined up out wide. Empty backfield here for Jalen Hurts. 5 men and wide. Hurts back to pass to start this game. He's got time. He'll throw over the middle, and it's caught by the backup tight end, Grant Alcantara. So just like that, the Eagles, a double move by Alcantara. He's got the Steelers run-stopping linebacker, Landon Roberts, who was covering him. Not a matchup there that the Steelers wanted. And Philadelphia exploits it. Now Barkley is in the backfield here. To the left of Hurts. Just like that one play, Eagles already on the Steelers side of the field at their 48. Hurts making his adjustments. He's got to get this ball off quick. He does just in time. Looking to pass again. Throwing over the middle. It is caught by A.J. Brown. And tackled down for a gain of about 6 or 7 yards. So first 2 plays of the games, the Eagles are passing. And that really should not be too much of a surprise. Eagles, the best running team in the league, but they got to get their their passing game going heading into playoffs. And that is what they had a lot of success with against the Steelers last year. And here is wide open is Devontae Smith on a crosser. Nobody around the tackle, and he's finally brought down inside the 20. So the Eagles, 3 passes already, and all of them, 2 of them for gains. At exactly the 20 now. Hurts handing it off to Barkley. Now Barkley is going to get no gain here. Great penetration by Keanu Benton up the middle. And Barkley had nowhere to juke except right into the arms of T.J. Watt. Showing Jalen Hurts 9-0 in his last 9 games, 23 total touchdowns. But still the passing game at 31st in the league. Steelers rush 4. Hurts back to pass again. Throwing one out wide here to Smith. He is going to be wrapped up after a 3-yard reception by Dante Jackson. It'll be 3rd down now for the Eagles with 7 yards to go. Hurts once again with Barkley to his left here. 3 wide receivers set at the top of the screen. That's Dotson, Smith, and Brown. Hurts dropping back to pass. He's got a couple of men after him. Hurts, he is going to get taken down. He eluded T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith, and then he eluded Cam Hayward, but each 3 of those men slowed him down just enough to keep Hurts to a 1-yard gain there. So it's not a sack, but the Steelers' rush does enough there to hold Hurts and this offense to a field goal attempt. It is Jake Elliott, one of the better kickers in the league, though he's been hitting miss this year. This time he hits. So he'll put 3 up on the board, and just like that, the Eagles, 31st passing offense in the league. They showed out really well right there. That's the same thing they've done to have success against this Steelers offense before. They get 3 on the board. We'll be back after this Steelers offense needing to respond. Welcome back. Eagles on their first offensive drive of the game. They put up 3 on the board. After moving the ball pretty well early on, their drive just stalled at the 20-yard line. But first 3 passes of the game, they moved the ball quite efficiently for the 31st ranked passing offense in the league. Russell Wilson, hands in the ham warmers, ready to retake the field after the Steelers had a 3-and-out in which they gained just 3 yards. Brandon Mann kicks it off again. It's going to be fielded by Cordero Patterson again. He's going to get another return opportunity up to the 20, up to the 30, and then finally takes a big hit there from number 42, Burns, of the Eagles, just past the 30-yard line. So another return for Patterson. And a good one there. Like to see that he still has some wheels in the return game. One of the best in NFL history at just that. And back to work goes the offense. Heavy set here. 2 tight ends. Michael Pruitt and Darnell Washington to the right of the formation. It's a pitch to Najee. He runs right. And Najee is going to get wrapped up by Jalen Carter, number 98. Big defensive tackle for the Eagles from Georgia. Najee only gaining maybe a yard there. And another game happening right now that Steelers fans want to keep an eye on. The Buffalo Bills, right up there with the Steelers and Chiefs in terms of competing for the number 1 seed in the AFC North. Bills in Detroit, a tough matchup for them there. And another run here for Harris, running to the left this time, and he is going to get stopped for just another short gain, maybe just a yard there. And once again, this front 7, lots of Georgia Bulldogs. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Nakobe Dean. Another 3rd and long. This time a 3rd and 8 for the Steelers from their own 34. 4 seconds on the play clock. Wilson takes the snap. Looking to pass. Tips one up in the air, and it's incomplete. Wilson looking to just get a check down there. Couldn't even do that. And it was tipped at the line and incomplete. And this is kind of what we were expecting. Sounds pretty boring here, but, you know, it seems like it's going to be one of those games where the Steelers don't get anything going on offense. Corliss Waitman, another punt here, gets it away. This will be received at the 20-yard line. And taking a big hit out of bounds. Miles Killebrew laying the boom along with Ben Skoranek there. That was number 33, Cooper DeJean, who received that. Of course, the main return man, Britton Covey for the Eagles. He is out today with a neck injury. So they've resulted to other men to fill his role here today. We'll be back in a moment. Eagles offense retaking the field, looking to put up some more points against the Steelers defense. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Not a good start whatsoever for this Steelers team. 3 and out to start the game for the offense. Then Philly moves down the field, kicks a field goal, and then another 3 and out by the offense. This time it is Saquon Barkley starting the Eagles drive. He will get a good gain there of about 7 yards. Barkley, best running back in the entire NFL right now. Second and 3 officially. Micah Fitzpatrick playing up near the line of scrimmage here. Might see a lot of that from him today. And this time Barkley has no room to run. And that is going to be a loss. Alex Highsmith, his second game back from injury. And he has been a sight for sore eyes in terms of stopping the run. You know, you got some good pass rushers with Watt and Herbig, but the presence of Highsmith setting the edge and bringing down running backs in the backfield for the stop, that is what has been missed greatly. And here you have a 3 outside linebacker set. Preston Smith playing edge here in place of Larry Ogunjobi. Steelers bringing pressure again on this 3rd and 5. And Kenneth Gainwell makes a spin move and gets the first down. The receiving back for the Eagles, Kenneth Gainwell. Dante Jackson just got spun out of his shoes. So what could have been another loss there, or at least a stop for no gain, turns into a first down again for the Eagles. Gainwell toting the rock here, gets a couple yards there. Missed opportunity here for the Steelers to make it a long 3rd down. Now I need to adjust once again. This time, 2nd and 5. See big number 57, Montravius Adams, in there on the defensive line for the Steelers. His first game back from a knee injury. So as Ogunjobi sits out this one today, Montravius Adams comes back. And great pursuit there by Patrick Queen, tackling down Gainwell for little gain there. He busted it to the left and tried to get more yardage there. Of course, they have officially popping up the Steelers starters on defense. They officially have Montravius Adams starting over Larry Ogunjobi here today. Very intrigued to see Preston Smith maybe fill in that role there on the D-line. Hurts dropping back the pass, now stepping up in the pocket. Hurts is going to run, running to the left. Hurts is going to get stopped briefly there, still on his feet. He fumbled the ball. It's Steelers' ball. Hurts fumbled the ball, scrambling. Great pursuit by Peyton Wilson. I'm not sure if he's the one who knocked it out, but the Steelers have recovered the fumble. And who else but punching it out? The best in the NFL at punching the ball out. It is number 90, TJ Watt. A right hook clipping the jaw of Hurts, but for the most part getting the ball. George Pickens on the sideline fired up. And TJ Watt, the Defensive Player of the Year, bidding for his 2nd DPOY, adds to his case to win that award right there with a beautiful punch out. Not sure Hurts would have gotten the first down anyway, but great pursuit there by the Steelers linebackers. Russell Wilson now rolling right on 1st down. He's just going to chuck this one away, incomplete. Steelers trying to do anything on offense here. Just a 1st down here would be encouraging at this point. Steelers running some tempo here now. Jalen Warren to Wilson's right. Wilson looking to pass, throw, and that ball is tipped again at the line. So the defensive line of the Eagles getting their hands up here. Another ball tipped. Doesn't get close to the intended target. And that was number 93, Milton Williams, that time. Not sure that would have been a good pass anyway by Wilson. Looks like he was trying to hit maybe Calvin Austin there on a stop. Had a man draped all over him. 3rd and 10. Looks like the Eagles, they rush 4. Wilson, back to pass. Wilson, he's going to get sacked and taken down, and that is number 19, Sweat. Working on the left tackle, Damore Jr. Faked the rush inside, broke it outside. And even Broderick Jones got pushed back into the lap of Wilson. Wilson looked to, maybe scramble out to the right there. Didn't have any room. He had Broderick Jones to get around. Now this punt here by Waitman is fielded by Deshon. Deshon's got room. And Deshon fumbled the ball! And the Steelers have it! Oh my goodness! Another fumble recovery for the Steelers! Cooper Deshon, the backup return man, filling in for the injured Britton Covey. He had room to run, made one move to the right to avoid Nick Herbig, and it was number 93, Mark Robinson, putting Rydell to the ball, jarring it loose. What a recovery! The Steelers special teams showing up again. One of the best special teams unit in the league, Danny Smith. His unit once again making a big impact early, and the Steelers' biggest gain on offense so far in this first quarter is going to be a fumble recovery by the special teams. They are inside the red zone. 4:13 remaining in the first quarter. Eagles look like they might be bringing pressure here. They rush forward. It's a quick dump off here for Najee Harris. Harris running up the sideline, hurdles a man and gets knocked out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. So a positive play there for the Steelers on offense. A quick pass to Najee Harris. He hurdles a man, and now we got a fight and we got a scrap. Multiple bodies involved. A big fight here. Darnell Washington, Isaac Seumalo, Broderick Jones in there. George Pickens is not playing in this one, but he is in spirit in that scrum. Looks like Broderick Jones getting pushed backwards there. Multiple flags. 1, 2, 3, 4 flags down. Let's see what happened. And that was Mike Williams. Give it to Mike Williams. So you had about Jalen Carter, maybe a linebacker, and yeah, that's Quinion Mitchell, I think. No, that's Darius Slay. You had a corner, Darius Slay, matched up with Darnell Washington. Washington pushed him through the back of the end zone. That is 300 pounds, 6'8" frame of Darnell Washington. I couldn't tell if it was Darius Slay or Quinion Mitchell, treating them like a little kid, pushing them to the back of the end zone. And then I believe Jalen Carter was involved. You had Isaac Seumalo and Mike Mitchell, or excuse me, not Mike Mitchell. Holy hell, that is a Steelers name, blast from the past. He wasn't scared of any confrontation. Mike Williams back there pushing someone out of the way. You had 4 flags down. Let's get a... Okay, so out of all that, they are going to give the Steelers only penalties here. It is 2 personal foul penalties, 1 on Darnell Washington, and 1, they said number 19, that is Calvin Austin. I doubt 5'9", $150 or whatever, Calvin Austin is going to be in there. I think they mistaken Austin with Mike Williams there. But yeah, Darnell Washington just pushing Quinion Mitchell all the way through the back of the end zone and into the, seats low to the field level. And then, yeah, with Mike Mitchell in there, him and Quinion Mitchell, or Mike Williams and Quinion Mitchell there, those 2 exchanging pleasantries, saying, I hope you have a happy Merry Christmas here in a couple of days. 15-yard penalty, the down counted, so it's 2nd and 18. That pass was a quick throw out to Scotty Miller. He only gained about 3 yards there. It's now 3rd down. And did he hold on to that ball? No, that's going to be an incomplete pass. They won't challenge it. They won't challenge it, so they give the catch to Scotty Miller, even though he dropped it. But it's 3rd and 15 now. And now they're going to challenge it, or at least replay this. So 3:19 left. And we had our first big scuffle of the game. Mike Williams, Broderick Jones, Isaac Seumalo against Quinion Mitchell, Jalen Carter and company for the Eagles. Now 3rd and 18. Steelers offense, I believe their biggest gain of the day was on a quick dump off pass to Najee Harris for 5 yards. 3rd and 18 here. This might be just to get closer to the first down mark or make it easier for Chris Boswell throwing to the end zone, and nobody even close there for Russell Wilson. Chucked the one towards the end zone, but I think as all the Steelers wide receivers were flowing to the left, Russell Wilson's throw was to the right, so not even close with that throw. Chris Boswell, 36 field goals made this season, looking to make it 37 with a 37-yard attempt. Looking for 37 from 37. Boswell's kick is up, and it is good. So the Wizard of Boz stays hot for the Steelers. I believe he is now just 7 away from the NFL record for most field goals in a single season. Boswell adding to that in what has been an absolutely great season for him. Best kicker in the NFL right now. We're going to take a break. I'm going to catch my breath. So within the past 15 minutes, the Steelers have recovered 2 fumbles. And we've had a fight, but the Steelers, after some penalties, they'll settle for a field goal. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A very hilarious graphic showing the differences between both sides of the Commonwealth here, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Just remember, kids, West Side is the best side. 7 of you in here right now. I believe I saw up to 10 in here. If you haven't already, if you're here for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Feel free to like and share this live stream and comment in the live chat. We can start a dialect that way. Chris Boswell, his first kickoff of the day is going to be fielded by Kenneth Gainwell and knelt down in the end zone for a touchback. So Jalen Hurts now with the Eagles offense. Eagles team in general, in their last 9 games, 3 turnovers, 2 today, both fumbles, one by Jalen Hurts, scrambling, punched out by TJ Watt, and then another by Cooper DeJean, the return man who had the ball jarred loose by Steelers special teamer and linebacker Mark Robinson. So 1st and 10 here from the Eagles 30. It's like we got a 2 tight end set here. Maybe even 3 tight end set. Yep. Hurts rolling to the left, throwing here. It's caught by A.J. Brown. Brown catches it and quickly gets upfield for the 1st down. So 1st down, catch and run on 1st down for the Eagles. Hurts now 6 for 6. Perfect passing in the game thus far. From the Eagles 46. Hurts back to pass again on the empty backfield. Throwing one here, and it's caught by A.J. Brown, working on Joey Porter Jr. Porter was looking for a push-off there. Not going to get it. And back shoulder throw by Jalen Hurts. Maybe a little bit of a push there, but not much to draw a flag. Handoff here. No, keeping it is Hurts. Scrambling to the left. Hurts making a man miss. And getting down, sliding after a gain of about 7. So Jalen Hurts, a good tuck there. Faking the feed to Saquon Barkley. Faked out T.J. Watt in the process there. 2nd and 3 now. Eagles moving the ball efficiently once again, much like they did on their first drive of the game. From the Steelers 27. Handoff to Barkley, and Barkley's got a big hole, led by Cam Jurgens, still on his feet, and he is down inside the 5. The seas just parted for Saquon Barkley. A hole that you could literally drive a semi through. Brought down by Alex Highsmith, who retreated to bring him down. Eagles in the red zone again. Barkley here. This time he's tripped up. Good tackle there. Minka Fitzpatrick chopping down Barkley at the legs. Barkley, a 2nd and goal. No gain. Great tackle there by Fitzpatrick. Barkley actually lost a yard there. From the 5.5-yard line now. Hurts. Faking the handoff to Barkley. Throwing one to the end zone, and it is caught by A.J. Brown, and you knew that was coming. Hurts and Brown. They were hyping up the dysfunction between them all week. And in the first quarter, they connect on a touchdown drive, and that was what we saw a bunch a few years ago in Philadelphia. Extra point by Jake Elliott is up and good. So the Eagles respond with a touchdown drive led by the connection of Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. We'll be back in a minute. Steelers offense needs to, in a bad way, get something going before the Eagles start running away with this one. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown just a moment ago. 1:13 remaining in the first quarter. 10-3 is the score. The Eagles on top. Another kickoff here for Brandon Mann. This time, Cordero Patterson would not get a chance to return. Ball actually hit in the end zone and stuck there, so Patterson had to go back and take a knee for the touchback. But Steelers offense now back out there on the field, and they need to get something going in a bad way. Literally in the scoreboard, just in the background of that shot, you have C.J. Gardner-Johnson, the safety for the Eagles, dancing to the song. Two different feelings right now between these two teams. The Steelers looking for something. Eagles defensive line been dominant. Connor Hayward in the fullback position. A pitch here to Jalen Warren, and Warren, he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tripped up there. I think that might have been to Kobe Dean. But 2nd and 9 now. Steelers running game has done absolutely nothing here today. Russell Wilson passing the ball either nothing. Just 2 for 8 for 8 yards. 148 yards of offense for the Eagles to just 2 for the Steelers. 2nd and 9. Wilson handing off to Warren. Warren up the middle. For the time being, he's going to have a gain of about 4 yards. But there's a flag down. Let's see what the flag is. Looks like it's going to be on Pittsburgh here. And they indeed called on Pittsburgh an illegal motion penalty on Van Jefferson. So George Pickens looking on from the sideline with Mike Williams there. But Van Jefferson, another costly penalty here for the Steelers offense. 2nd and 14. Moving their own way again. Wilson dropping back the pass here. Looking. Checks it down here to Jalen Warren. Warren breaks the tackle running to the left. Spins there. And another flag is down. But Jalen Warren, gain of about 10 there. Makes it a 3rd and manageable if this flag is not on the Steelers. And it looks like it is. And the camera pans to Dan Moore Jr., the left tackle. So even when the Steelers do something right, they do something wrong. Dan Moore Jr. doesn't like the penalty. But once again, the tide shifting against the Steelers right now. They are trying to paddle their way upstream without an oar. And with that, the first quarter will wind down, and we're off to the second now, but it's 10-3 Philadelphia. I got to readjust my score here. I have it backwards. But in the meantime, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. Feel free to like and share this stream, and feel free to comment in the live chat. We can start a dialogue this way. I can pop those up on the screen at will. With that, I'm going to take a break. All Eagles right now. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. First play of the second quarter, Russell Wilson dropping the pass, throwing over the middle, and it's caught by Calvin Austin, but he's tackled right away by Nakobe Dean. Third down for the Steelers again in their own territory. It has been an ugly start to this game. Steelers offense just looking for their first down of the game. 3rd and 18 here from their own 22. Wilson dropping back the pass again. Dumping it off again here. It's Jaylen Warren. Warren going to be wrapped up there by Bond, the linebacker. And once again, the punt team coming out. Maybe that's the only way the Steelers are going to move the ball downfield. Just punt it and hope their team fumbles it again. Corliss Waitman stands at his own 9. And the kick is away by Waitman. This one's going to be fielded by Deshon at his own 33, running up the middle of the field past the 50. Deshon tackled down at the 45-yard line in Steelers territory. So now the problems spreading to the special teams here. And once again, they're going to take a break here, but this could turn ugly real quick for the Steelers, and it might be if the Eagles put it in the end zone here. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, Eagles, with the ball once again, this time starting the drive in Steelers territory. So an offense that has been humming on just about all cylinders, getting some help that they do not need, starting at the 45 of the Steelers. Hurts, handoff to Barkley, running to the right. Barkley evades one tackler and then finally gets brought down by Patrick Queen. Barkley ran to the right there. Keanu Benton was able to hold Barkley there long enough for Patrick Queen to bring him down. So, no gain there. As a matter of fact, the blue line of scrimmage on the screen just moves to the other side of the 45-yard line there. So 2nd and 10 again. Barkley again running it up the middle there. This time he meets Patrick Queen head on, and Queen, with some assistance there, brings down Barkley. It's going to be third down now for the Eagles. A rare third down today. Barkley just 31 yards, 7 rushes, 31 yards for him. That is a low total. Steelers will be lucky to keep him under 100 today. 3rd and 7. Hurts back to pass. Throwing. It's going to be caught. And once again, with space and room to run, is A.J. Brown. He breaks the tackle again of Dante Jackson. A.J. Brown matched up against Dante Jackson has been a massive mismatch. Just when you talk all week long about A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts and the disconnect those two apparently have with each other, they come out looking like Brady and Moss. And this time, throwing for Brown, an incomplete Joey Porter Jr. in coverage. Almost had the pick, too. Porter, perfect positioning there on Brown. Of course, we all know Joey Porter Jr. not the most, not the best defensive back on the Steelers defense in terms of catching the ball, but nonetheless, a good job there to finally force the first turnover of the game for Jalen Hurts. Hurts on 2nd and 10, dropping back the pass, throwing, and this time it is caught by Devontae Smith. He is wrapped up and spun out of bounds by Joey Porter Jr. after a gain of about 7 yards there. So 3rd and manageable here for the Eagles. Hurts now 10 for 11 for a $128 and a touchdown pass. And we are not even at the 11-minute mark of this second quarter yet. From the Steelers 18, Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown at the bottom of the screen. Joey Porter Jr. and Dante Jackson line up on him. Hurts back to pass. Looking. He's going to throw. It's going to be caught by a wide open Kenneth Gainwell. And Gainwell chopped down by DeMonte KZ, but he does not get in down at the 2-yard line. You had the linebacker, Patrick Queen, who looked like he was lined up one-on-one with Gainwell. And Queen looked like he got tripped up by one of his own teammates there. Could not follow Gainwell. That's why he was so wide open. So now 1st and goal here, and an injured Steeler down in the field. That is Jackson. One of the many times Dante Jackson has been down in pain this year. Hasn't missed any time with injury. But nonetheless, Dante Jackson all year long has taken a beating. Definitely fighting through some injuries coming into this game. And now one takes a toll on him here as he is down at the 3-yard line. But what a complete and total opposite ends of the spectrum start for these two teams. The Eagles, everything going right for them except for 2 fumbles. Steelers defense getting gashed here by the pass, especially by A.J. Brown. And the Steelers offense, they can't even make it a 3rd and manageable right now, let alone get a first down. T.J. Watt definitely got held by Lane Johnson there, but no call because it's T.J. Watt. You got 2 Pro Bowlers right there, 2 of the best at their position, and Watt and Johnson, they'll be lined up against each other all day. 1st and goal, 10:53 remaining. Should be worth noting here during this break as Dante Jackson walks with a limp off the field. Congratulations to Chris Boswell, who with his 37th field goal of the year earlier in the game became the all-time record holder for most field goals in a single season by a Steelers kicker. So congratulations to him. From the 2-yard line here, James Pierre now in the game for the injured Dante Jackson. He's lined up against, and now high snap here. It's bobbled momentarily, and Eagles are going to lose a yard here. Almost another turnover there, another fumble. Cam Jurgens, the center, a high snap. It hit Jalen Hurts on the top of the helmet. It went through his hands, hit him on the top of the helmet, bounced up in the air, and both Kenneth Gainwell, the running back, and Hurts both grabbed the football and were just trying to together push it forward. But the Eagles, 2nd and goal now. They lose a yard. And now a timeout here with the play clock winding down. And it's going to be a timeout by the Eagles. So Gainwell in there now. No Barkley. They're showing the replay of Minkah Fitzpatrick chopping down Saquon Barkley on the right leg, just taking his feet from under him. Barkley took a spill, so no sight of Saquon Barkley for the time being for this Eagles team. Russell Wilson helmet on the sideline. Jalen Hurts now back to the huddle here after that timeout called by his team. Ball control so far today. Eagles nearly doubling the Steelers. 13 minutes of possession time to the Steelers 7. Eagles looking for their second score of the game. Hurts, design quarterback run. Hurts is going to be tackled down at the 2. So he gains the yard back that they lost on that high snap. Design quarterback run all the way. Steelers had bodies in the backfield there. Really never gave Hurts room to ramp up his speed there. Wrapped up by Patrick Queen and somebody else at the bottom of the pile there. Barkley on the sideline, helmet off, but in his hands. Kenneth Gainwell once again in there to the right of Hurts. Devontae Smith sent out in motion. Hurts looking that way to pass. Hurts throws. It's going to be caught by Devontae Smith, working on James Pierre, and no surprise there. You have a dude who's been a core special teamer for the Steelers. Really hasn't been all that much receiving the ball, and looks like it was Pierre handing off his man there. Picked up Smith too late. So the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith, and now with the extra point, the Eagles are up by 14. And this one is going to turn into a runaway. 17-3 with 9:07 remaining in the fourth quarter. And I hate to say it, if the Steelers, with a lackluster offense that probably a college team could go out there and put up as many yards as them right now. If they do not get a touchdown this drive, this one might be over before halftime. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back. It is 17-3 Eagles. Eagles about to kick off again, and this has been all Philadelphia. We are literally at a question of what haven't the Eagles done in this one. Kickoff once again by Brandon Mann. It checks up in the end zone and then finally rolls out of bounds. But I am not being dramatic whatsoever when I say the Steelers need to score a touchdown on this drive. An offense that has not gotten a single first down yet in this ball game, with the halfway mark of the second quarter approaching. They need to score a touchdown here if they are going to have any chance for the rest of this game. 17-3 from the 30. Wilson got Najee Harris to his right. Faking the toss is Wilson, throwing now on a crosser. It's Ben Skoronix. Skoronix got a first down. Hallelujah. There we go. Woo! The Steelers have a first down, and it is to the thick head of hair of Ben Skoronix. Now the floodgates will open, and the Steelers will turn into the greatest show on turf before your eyes. Up at the 47 of the Eagles, Justin Fields is in here for a design quarterback run, and he takes a hit as he slides down by Reed Blankenship, and now a flag is thrown. Justin Fields, the first time we've seen him today, a design quarterback run to the left. He broke through the original line of defenders, and as he was sliding down, Reed Blankenship, the safety, a late hit, a late slide by Fields. I am not denying that, but still a late hit by Blankenship gets flagged. And it is an unnecessary roughness penalty on Blankenship, so the Steelers are going to take any help they can get here. Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to put some more Justin Fields out there. Give the Eagles something they haven't seen. Fortunately, this personal foul penalty doesn't resolve in the team swinging at each other. So, yeah, that was a combination of helmet and shoulder to the head of Justin Fields there. So even though it wasn't anything super vicious, it's going to get called nonetheless. Russell Wilson under center. Toss here to Jalen Warren running to the left. Getting wrapped up by and dragging number 58 Hunt for a handful of yards. So here are the Steelers' first 5 possessions of the game. A punt, field goal, punt. Each of their first 3 drives of the game ended in negative yardage. 2nd and 6. Wilson under center again. Scotty Miller in motion. Hand off to Harris. Harris bouncing and jumping forward for about another 3 or 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2 now for the Steelers, with 7 minutes now remaining in the first half. Steelers, they were going to go with a heavy set there. Now send out the right personnel. Calvin Austin, Van Jefferson, Mike Williams, Pat Freiermuth, the receivers, with Jalen Warren to the left hip of Russell Wilson. Austin in motion. Wilson looking to pass. Now rolling out right. Wilson pump faking. Wilson's going to go, and he's going to dive for the first down. Russell Wilson still showing he's got some pep in his step. Another first down for the Steelers. And yep, Wilson just getting the first down to gain. Had a linebacker, Nakobe D, running full steam downhill. Lucky he dove and did not get popped there. 1st and 10 from the 19. Steelers in the red zone officially. Jaylen Warren, handoff stuttered for a minute and then just lunged forward trying to get something there. He might get about half a yard here. But this middle interior of the Eagles defensive line allowing absolutely nothing through. And now we have an Eagles player down. Sitting down here is number 2, Darius Slay, pointing something out around his lower right leg. So they're going to take a break here. Look at formerly Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. We'll be back in a minute. 7 of you in here right now. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Started the night with 233 subscribers on the channel. We added one new one here so far, 224. Thank you to whoever subscribed. I appreciate you very, very much. We'll be back in a minute. Steelers offensive drive might actually be putting something together here. Let's see if they can keep it going. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back here. Darius Slay must have just been a minor cramp or contusion of some sort. He's now back on the Eagles sideline. 2nd and 9 now for the Steelers from the Eagles 18. Wilson stepping up. Wilson's going to tuck and run. Wilson sliding for the first down. Let's see if they give it to him here. He slid just about at the first down marker near the 10-yard line. They give it to him here. No, they do not. It's officially a 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 now. 4:57 and counting down here. The Steelers in the first half, the first 5 drives of the game, -19 total yards. Now they have 61 here. Russell Wilson, a quarterback sneak up the middle there, gets the first down. So the Steelers, a new set of downs at about the 9-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal. First time today for the Steelers. First and goal. The 9th play of this drive coming up. Pat Frymouth in motion. Toss here, running right is Najee Harris. Harris is going to get tackled down there by GJ Gardner Johnson coming up from his safety position to make the tackle there. Once again, no lanes for these running backs. No holes for them to hit. Rushing yards in the game. Steelers actually quite close with the Eagles so far. 47-34 in favor of the Eagles. They popped up Saquon Barkley on the sideline there. Took a low hit from Minkah Fitzpatrick earlier in this quarter. Has not played it down since. Faking the handoff, rolling to the right is Russell Wilson. Rolling to the left, excuse me. Pass short there. Wrapped up by Van Jefferson. No gain on that catch. Tackle made there by the safety. That is the corner there. Cooper Deshon, former Iowa Hawkeye right there. Wondering if he was going to be a first-round pick in the draft last year. Ended up falling in the second round to the Eagles. And the Eagles, with two of the best rookie defensive backs in the NFL, in Deshon and Quinion Mitchell, number 27. Third and goal, Wilson looking to pass. Firing to the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown! Fryer move! Number 88. It was a jump ball, and the Eagles, they were converging on it. And Wilson finds his big tight end. The Moose had the linebacker Bond covering him, and then the safety Gardner Johnson had his hands on the ball, but Moose wrestling it away, and now a extra point there by Boswell. It hits off the upright and doinks through. Wow. Some deja vu of their opponent here on Christmas Day. Remember, the Kansas City Chiefs had a walk-off field goal that hit off the uprights and went through. Chris Boswell, he doinks one off the right upright there, and it goes through. But the Steelers respond, and what did I tell you? If the Steelers are going to keep this game close, if they are going to have any chance to win, their offense that has done nothing today, they needed to go down the field and put the ball in the end zone for 6. They do it right there. 11 plays, 70 yards, taking 6 minutes and 33 seconds off of the clock. Now we have a 17-10 ball game. .234 remaining in the quarter. Boswell going to boot this one away. Kenneth Gainwell. We'll see if he returns this one. It's going to get fielded and ran out here. Gainwell running to the right. Gainwell going to get tripped up there by Nick Herbig, and he's going to be tackled down at exactly the 30-yard line. So, excuse me, they're going to mark it here at the 30 exactly. So, where he would have ended up had he just taken a knee. Let's see if he's out there here to start this drive. Once again, showing Hurts has a big glove on his non-throwing left hand. Broken ring finger for him. Gainwell, the back again. Still have not seen Saquon Barkley yet. Gainwell gets the handoff, running forward and getting probably about 3 yards, maybe 4 if they're gracious. Wrapped up there by a bunch of Steelers. Barkley still there on the sideline with a helmet on. And now the first timeout of the half taken here by the Steelers with 2:22 remaining. 2nd and 7. Maybe if the Steelers, have yet to, aside from a TJ Watt strip forced fumble that the Steelers recovered, the Eagles have had their way here in this ball game. Steelers can get a 3-and-out here. Maybe before the 2-minute warning hits, or maybe you let the 2-minute warning hit, you get a 3-and-out, and you got 2 minutes with a timeout. Maybe you give your offense a chance to go down and put up some more points before halftime. Barkley, once again, he got chopped at the legs. Good tackle there. Nothing dirty or malicious by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Just a good, hard, low football tackle by Minkah Fitzpatrick in the red zone a couple drives ago. And Barkley there on the sideline, stretching out that right leg. Hurts looking to pass. Now stepping up in the pocket and tripped up there. TJ Watt not letting Hurts get loose. Tripped him up for no gain. Not sure if they'll give Watt a sack on the stat sheet there. But a great job there by TJ Watt to get off his block and trip up Hurts. And another timeout taken by the Steelers. They're going to head to break. No, not a timeout taken. They just let the 2-minute warning hit. So Steelers let the 2-minute warning hit. And things may be starting to turn in their favor. We'll be back in a minute. 17-10 Philadelphia. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2-minute warning just hit. 3rd and 7 here for the Eagles from their own 33. Steelers defense looking for an elusive stop to this juggernaut Eagles offense so far in this game. And a false start there, and they call it. Lane Johnson early out of the gates there, trying to combat the speed rush of TJ Watt, and that's going to back the Eagles up. A very early jump there by Lane Johnson. And now a 3rd and 7 turns into 3rd and 12. What again? For the first quarter and a half of this ball game, it has been all Eagles. But the Steelers offense finally shows life. They go down the field and score a touchdown. And now the defense, can they get the stop here and get their offense the ball back again? Gainwell the back. Hurts, deep drop. Hurts, looking, scrambling out. TJ Watt, football, maybe. He took him down for the sack. TJ Watt is an animal unleashed right now. Another sack for Watt. Even with the chip by Alcantara, Johnson, Watt took him wide. And as Hurts was scrambling out, TJ tried to punch the ball out again. Hurts luckily hung on to it, and Hurts, lucky that Watt missed his punch. But the Steelers, looks like they finally took a timeout here. They let the clock run down to 1:26. Not sure who took the timeout here, but they're going to get the ball back. Their offense, maybe a chance to tie up this ball game before we head to half. And it was a timeout for Pittsburgh with 1:29. They officially give it. TJ Watt today, 5 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble. Watt said an expletive on the sideline, I will not say. I think he saw on the Microsoft tablet him missing the punch out there. But 4th and 24, Brandon Mann, the punter, from his own goal line, gets this one away. It's going to hit at the 49 and roll backwards. And wondering why no Eagles player touched that ball. It officially rolled back. So the Steelers are going to start with this ball in Eagles territory at their own 46. Good field position here. And now they pop up the graphics. Steelers at the Ravens. This game for the Steelers, if you could get the win, maybe you stay in the hunt for the AFC #1 seed. But the real test, the real game that matters is next weekend. You beat the Ravens in Baltimore. You win the division. Throw over the middle. Caught by Pat Freiermuth. First down. Freiermuth fumbled the ball. He fell on it. Woo! Pat Freiermuth catches the ball, turns upfield, gets the first down, takes the hit, and loses the ball for a second. Falls on top of it. Steelers running. Hurry up here. Caught here by Freiermuth again. And clock is going to run here. 50 seconds now and still ticking down. Steelers hurrying up to the line again. And now a timeout taken here. And no stoppage here. No timeout here. They're going to check. Make sure Freiermuth hung on to the ball. And no, it looks like this is going to be an incomplete pass. Muth could not handle the ball there. He tucked it, but when he hit the ground, the ball jarred loose and hit the turf. That's going to be an incomplete pass here, I believe. It's going to stop the clock, but trying to catch my breath here. Unless they call it a football move here. Let's see if they consider this catch a football action. This could be a short gain of about 6 or 7 yards for Freiermuth if they deem he had control and made a football move. But right now, I believe it's going to be a fumble, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Steelers here. But nonetheless, a late revival here in this half by the Steelers. And the black and gold already in field goal range for Chris Boswell, I believe. If this call does not stand, it's going to be at about the 33-yard line in Eagles territory. Let's see what they call here. And they officially, as we predicted, do call it incomplete. So now Freiermuth, some ball control issues right there, but still in field goal range nonetheless. We'll see if maybe they pass here again, or if they just run up the middle here. 56 seconds remaining they put on the clock. 2nd and 10. Wondering how the Steelers will play this here. Maybe one more pass and maybe a run here. Force the Eagles to use a timeout if they don't get the first down. Freiermuth circling him yet again here. Line up in the slot. Taking the pass. Snap is Wilson. Back to pass. Wilson's going to get sacked, and that is one thing you could not do. The last thing you wanted Russell Wilson to do. He takes a sack for a big loss here, and that is Smith. The last thing you could do, and he had Jaylen Warren as his safety valve there, could not get the ball to him. And the Steelers take their final timeout here with 48 seconds left. It's 3rd and 20, and now that would make it, that is a borderline field goal range for Chris Boswell right now. 3rd and 20. Steelers are huddling at the 50-yard line here. The ball is going to be spotted at about the 44. Make it the 43-yard line here. So let's see what they can do here. If they could maybe get into field goal range or make it a little bit of an easier kick from Boswell. It's going to be a long one regardless here. Wilson back to pass, throwing over the middle. Caught by Calvin Austin, and he is going to be tapped down. He made the catch and was just rolling forward, and now the Steelers are going to hurry up the field goal unit onto the field here. Clock is not rolling here. It's got 41 seconds on it. And yeah, the Eagles do take their second time out of the half, so no rush here after all for the field goal unit. So the Steelers, hopefully they can put up 3 more points here. 17-13 lead. Just time-wise, half an hour ago. If the Steelers can knock this one through, if you would have told me they would have been in that position here just half an hour ago, I would have called you nuts. 4th and 9, 42 seconds remaining. From the left hash, this will be a 49-yard field goal attempt for Boz. You can pretty much count it a 50-yard field goal. Boz has been good on those this year. We're going to knock on wood here. No jinxing. From the left hash. Snap down. Hold is good. And kick is down the middle. And Boz, money. Again. Best kicker in the NFL by far. And the Steelers, you know how you have the side mirrors of the car? And in the little writing there, they say objects may be closer than they appear. It was actually a low snap, and Waitman was able to adjust and spin that ball and get Boswell to kick that, knock that one through clean. But you know that little writing in the car mirror that says objects may be closer than they appear? That is the Eagles looking in that mirror right now, and they're seeing the Steelers showing some life here. 38th field goal. Most in team history, and probably many more to come for Chris Boswell, who I believe the record for most field goals in one season in NFL history is at 44. Boz looking to break that record. He may just do it if all goes well this season. Kickoff is away here. This one is going to be received at the 4-yard line and brought out here by Gainwell, stumbling his way forward. And Gainwell now staying on his feet, breaking 2 tackles. And finally, he's brought down. Looks like 2 Steelers had Gainwell wrapped up, but they ran into each other. And Eagles are going to start this drive at around their own 35. And they do have some time here. Their passing offense, 31st in the league coming into this ball game. They have, by air, just dominated this Steelers defense today. Seen a lot of A.J. Brown. He's lined up with Devontae Smith at the bottom of the screen here. At least I think that's Smith. No, that's maybe Jahan Dotson. Now Smith rolls over. 3 tight ends, or 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Hurts looking. Hurts got hit and dropped. I think he ran into his own man, but he's going to get tapped down by Alex Highsmith. And that's going to be it for the half. Looks like Jalen Hurts might have gotten the wind knocked out of him. He's going to take a nice jog here to the sidelines and off the field. But, wow. I would like to see that sack again. I think he tried to step up in the pocket and maybe scramble for a run there. Might have ran into his own man, but tapped down by Alex Highsmith. But hey, we will take it. That might have been the most ugliest first quarter and a half the Steelers have played this year. But a completely looking different team for the second half of that second quarter. Eagles do get the ball back to start the second half. But hopefully the Steelers can ride this momentum that they have all of a sudden gotten and take it into the second half. I'll be back after halftime. 11 of you beautiful people in here right now. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Feel free to like and share this stream. And also, you can comment in the live chat. We can pop those up on the screen and start a dialogue there. At 224 subscribers, we gained one new subscriber already today. Thank you to whoever that was. But please subscribe to the channel. We'll be back after halftime. Steelers building some momentum. Maybe have turned the tides in this one after an ugly start to the game. 17-13. We'll be back after half. Welcome back, everybody. Second half of play in Philadelphia is officially underway. Chris Boswell kicks it off. It is caught and knelt down in the end zone by Kenneth Gainwell. Welcome back to all of you. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and share this stream and subscribe to the channel. Let me do a quick subscriber check here. And we are at 224 subscribers still. So if any of you 10 to 11 people that I keep seeing popping in here, you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. It will help a lot. Trying to make it to 250 here before Christmas. 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Handoff here. It's to Saquon Barkley, and Barkley running to the left, and he is going to meet a combination of Patrick Queen and Cam Hayward and another Steeler in there. So the Eagles offense here, that is Barkley's first snap since about around the halfway point, if not earlier, in the second quarter. He took a low hit. Have not seen him much since then. He's back out there now. Hurts looking to pass. Flushed out to the pocket, running left. Hurts running up the field. He's got the first down and out of bounds. Jalen Hurts, seen him use his legs quite a bit here in this one. He uses them there for the first down. Just a recap of how this one has gone so far. The Eagles, with around the 9-minute mark of the second quarter, we're leading this one 17-3. Since then, the Steelers have seemingly shifted the tides, at least before halftime, to make this game more interesting. Hurts, again, a handoff to Barkley running left. Barkley breaks the arm tackle of Isaiah Loudermilk and falls forward for a gain of about 3 yards there. So it'll be 2nd and 7. But yeah, this game could not have started off any differently between these two teams. Really, the first quarter and a half, it was a question of not what the Eagles did, what the Eagles didn't do. They just dominated in stuffing the Steelers' run game. For the 31st passing offense in the NFL coming into this game, they have lit it up through the air. A.J. Brown being Jalen Hurts' main target. Devontae Smith in motion. Hurts takes a snap. Quick pass out here to Devontae Smith, and he is going to run into the arms and drive forward James Pierre. But still another first down. Jalen Hurts passing today pretty much perfect. 13 for 14. And that one misfire for Jalen Hurts was a deep ball down the sideline to A.J. Brown that was pretty much perfectly covered by Joey Porter Jr. and almost picked by Porter. Also, another quick pass here. This time it is Calcantara, the tight end, and another first down for the Eagles. So much like what they've done for most of the first half, the Eagles driving the ball here, but hang on, we got laundry. There's a flag. We got a flag. They have the camera on Devontae Smith. And they do have it on the offense. It is Devontae Smith. Pass interference. Obstructing Patrick Queen. He was the one responsible for the receiver, Calcantara. And Smith knocking Queen off of his coverage there just a little bit. Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni not too thrilled with that call. Appears both of these head coaches aren't really thrilled too much with the officials here today. 1st and 20 now. From the Eagles 42, Barkley from the backfield now runs out to the left. Hurts takes the snap. Hurts with time looking, now stepping up and running to the right. Hurts, flag is down, throws it away, looking for Devontae Smith, but there's a flag down. As Hurts was running around, the flag was thrown in the backfield. This looks like it's going to be on the offense again. Probably a hold somewhere. Let's get the call. And it is holding, and it will be on number 56. That is, I believe that is Steen. Left guard Steen filling in for I did not figure this out until now. Apparently, Landon Dickerson, the left guard, starting left guard for the Eagles, apparently he is out right now with an injury. So Steen filling in at the left guard position. He's the one who takes the penalty. 2nd and 20 now. Penalty was declined by the Steelers. Hurts back to pass again. Hurts now stepping up. Throws. Caught by Devontae Smith and running and getting the first down in the Steelers territory. Once again, the Eagles through the air storing right now. On 2nd and 20, they convert the first down. Looked like it was zone coverage. Hurts faking the handoff to Gainwell, and he's just going to slide down at the line of scrimmage. Great job there by the Steelers defense covering the run there. Looks like someone was on Gainwell had he have taken it there. But that time, Hurts no room to run. He gets stopped short. And now they pan to left guard Landon Dickerson on the sideline here with a trainer right now. Walking around, doesn't have his helmet on. For 2nd and 10 from the Steelers 38. Hurts with Barkley to his right, dropping back to pass again. Hurts looking, throwing over the middle. It's caught by Devontae Smith and immediately tackled there after about a 5-yard, maybe 6-yard gain. Nick Herbig brings down Smith. Jeff Stoutland, not sure what his title is. They popped up the graphic too fast. Now 3rd and 6. Hurts dropping back. Looking, throwing, fires. It's caught by Devontae Smith and a great tackle there by James Pierre. Filling in for the injured Dante Jackson and James Pierre holding Devontae Smith short of the first down marker by a couple of yards. Great tackling there by Pierre. And the Steelers are going to force the Eagles to a field goal attempt right here for Jake Elliott. From the left hash, it's going to be about a 48-yard attempt. Snap down. Kick is up by Elliott, and it is good. Elliott aimed just a tiny bit to the right, and the wind took it back a bit. And now, hang on here. We have a flag down, but it appears the Eagles are pointing towards the Steelers. Let's see here. Officials conferring. And now confirming. Here's the call. And it is a personal foul on Montravius Adams. An absolute brutal penalty for the Steelers. Montravius Adams, the defensive tackle who just returned activated off of IR, he gets a personal foul for running over the long snapper. And it's an automatic first down for the Eagles. Instead of it being a field goal game, being a field goal there, the Steelers would have held them to. Now it is 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 15.5. Devontae Smith in motion. Hurts now checking it down to Smith and going to be tackled inbounds for no gain there. Great job there by the Steelers. Not sure what play that was. A lot of work for not a whole lot of yardage there. Hurts rolling out to the right. Had a Devontae Smith right behind him. And instead of Hurts just running, maybe if he would have kept it and ran, he would have had more yardage. But instead he throws it to his receiver, Smith, and Smith only got a gain of a yard. Already 6 minutes have ticked off the clock here in this third quarter. Smith dropping back the Hurts dropping back the pass. Now rolling out to the left. Flag is down to the end zone. Incomplete. Another flag is down. Looks like we got another hold here. Second time this drive. Hurts has scrambled around, and his offense has taken a penalty. And once again, it is Steen, the left guard. Tyler Steen, I believe if I remember correctly, former Alabama Crimson Tide right there. And yep, got definitely a grabbing of the jersey there on Cam Hayward. And that, if you're the Steelers, that is a matchup you are looking to exploit for the rest of this game if Landon Dickerson does not return for the Eagles. Dickerson doing some squats on the sideline, maybe trying to get himself right to come back in. But Cam Hayward, in what has been a Pro Bowl year for him so far, lining up against Steen. Let's see if he can get back to work right here. Delayed handoff here to Kenneth Gainwell. Tripped up there and only going to get a gain of about a yard, maybe two. The first trip up was by Patrick Queen. The second was by Micah Fitzpatrick, and that's what took him down. So now it's 3rd and 18. Steelers, one more play make away here from getting their second stop this drive. 3rd and 18. Steelers look like they're going to rush 4 here. They do rush 4. Hurts back to pass. With time. Still with time. Looking now, scrambling out to the right. Hurts on the run. Still looking for something downfield. Throws one to the end zone, and it is knocked away. Incomplete. Great job there. Peyton Wilson knocking it down. Incomplete. And a great job all around by the Steelers defense. They eventually flushed Hurts out, but that was a coverage stop right there. The Steelers defensive backs and linebackers allowing no open receivers downfield. Another field goal attempt here for Elliott. Same place from the left hash. This one just 7 yards closer, a 41-yard attempt. And just like the first one, that one's good, but it was a little bit closer that time to missing just inside the left post by maybe 5 feet or so. Nonetheless, Steelers defense, it was a long drive by the Eagles offense to start off the half, but not much more you can ask from the Steelers defense there. They held the opening drive of the half to 3, and we will be back in a moment. Steelers offense about to take the field. Let's see if they could continue their success that they built up from the end of the first half. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. 9 of you beautiful people in here right now. Please subscribe to the channel, like and share this live stream, and comment in the live chat. I can pop those up and we can start a conversation that way. Brandon Mann, the Eagles punter, kicks this one away, and this one is going to hit in the end zone yet again. We've seen that a lot from Mann today, where his punt has hit in the end zone, but it hasn't gone out the back of the end zone. And Cordero Patterson has needed to go back there and just kneel it down or make sure it goes out of bounds. But nonetheless, Steelers offense back to work. Once again, the beginning of this now the Steelers, the offense came alive. Last two. Come on. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, my feet just cut out. I have no idea when it cut out. But a flea flicker. Jalen Warren back to Wilson, and he connects in tight coverage with Calvin Austin working on the linebacker Zach Bond. Great play there on the first play of the drive for the Steelers offense. Already well into Eagles territory from the 39. Warren gets the handoff, runs forward, and is eventually brought down by Nakobe Dean after a gain of about 6 yards there for Warren. Going into the bag of tricks is Arthur Smith, a flea flicker. Russell Wilson, like we've seen a handful of times this season, it seems he may be turning it on late. Knock on wood. Under center here, Wilson. Hand off to Harris. Harris stumbling to the right. Harris has got the first down yardage. Drug a massive interior defensive lineman, Jordan Davis, with him. But Najee Harris, we know the power he brings to this running game. Gets the Steelers a new set of downs right there. Officially 6 minutes remaining in this third quarter. It has flown by so far. Wilson. Toss here to Warren. Harrison's fumbled, and the Eagles have fallen on it, I think. It's Eagles ball. Oh, my God. A play that the Steelers run so much in their offense. A toss. That time, it looked like it was a good toss by Wilson. I think Najee Harris, he must have been looking upfield. I mean, it looked like it was a good toss by Wilson. And the Steelers, a miscue that could be very, very costly. Eagles ball when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. Slow starts to halves must be genetic for the Steelers right now, as after building up so much momentum on offense, that momentum might be gone now as Najee Harris fumbles. Passing on first down here is Jalen Hurts. That is incomplete. Looking for number 89, Wilson. And yeah, that hopefully will not be a costly mistake, as Najee Harris on a pitch play, a pitch run that the Steelers run so much. That time, it finally bites them, as Harris, he just looked upfield just a half a second too early. Hit him right in the gut and fell forward and rolled forward right into the hands of the Eagles. 2nd and 10. Finding A.J. Brown here is Jalen Hurts. Brown is knocked out after a gain of 5 or 6 yards there. So Hurts now 3rd and 5 to work with. Eagles offense had a good drive last time. Moved the ball okay. Had 2 attempts to get more than a field goal. 3rd and 5. Hurts back to pass. Looking, throwing, and it's caught wide open. Devontae Smith. And once again, Smith running that little route to the sticks where he stops at the line to gain. And Eagles another first down. Devontae Smith now 25 yards away. He's 3/4 to a 100-yard game. Barkley behind Hurts. Getting the handoff is Saquon. Run, stuttering, cutting to the left and running forward and finally getting ripped down by Montravius Adams. Gain of about 7 or 8 yards on that run for Saquon Barkley, who, with a little bit of an injury scare earlier in the game, Steelers have held him in check for the most part. You officially give him a gain of 8.5, so 2nd and about 1.5 here from the Eagles 49. Hurts, handoff to Barkley again, running right. Barkley got the first down and just past the 50-yard line. So a new set of downs again for the Eagles. Eagles today, they now are doubling the Steelers in terms of first downs in this ball game, 16-8. Tripling. Now Hurts got room to run. Hurts, he's got the first down and more, and finally he's ripped down. Holy. Jalen Hurts, that time, using his legs, finally breaks off another big one. Designed quarterback run, and once again, a massive hole that the offensive line creates. 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. Up at the Steelers 27. Steelers need to show something here, some resistance. Hurts dropping back to pass. Hurts throwing, and it is caught by Barkley. Barkley leaking up the middle from the backfield. Hurts hits his safety valve. Gain there of about 5 yards. Hurts 19 for 23 on the day. 2 yards away from 200 passing. Would be probably the first 200-yard passing game for the Eagles in a long time. Hurts handing it off to Barkley. Barkley spinning his way for the first down again. Eagles, another drive in which they're taking time off the clock, and they're just methodically getting it down the field right now. Another set of downs. Steelers look like they might be rushing 5 here. Hand off to Barkley. Barkley is going to spin and not get away from Cam Hayward. Stop there for about a yard. So at least a somewhat of a stop there for Captain Cam. Second and 9. $50 seconds left and counting down in this quarter. From the 15 of the Steelers, Hurts looking to pass again. Hurts looking to get out of it. He somehow avoids 2 sacks there. Now throws, and it is out of bounds, incomplete. Hurts putting on his best Houdini act again there. Just getting away from, looks like it might have been Nick Herbig and Alex Highsmith there. And now a bit of a limp in the walk of right tackle Lane Johnson. That is not something you want to see at all if you are an Eagles fan. So Landon Dickerson still on the sideline for the Eagles. That will now make, at least for this next play, 2 starting offensive linemen gone down for the Eagles. Still without a helmet on the sideline is Dickerson, so looks like it might be his night done if he's not back out there already for this drive. 3rd and 9 now. From the Steelers 15, Barkley to Hurts's left. Jahan Dotson in motion from the right of formation to the left. Back to passes Hurts. Dumping it off here quickly to Kenneth Gainwell. Gainwell breaks the tackle, and he got the first down and tackled down at the 1.5 yard line. Steelers once again not making tackle on first contact. They would have had Gainwell stopped short of the first down. And now it's going to be 1st and goal for Philly at the 1.5. And that ends the quarter, too. So they show the replay yet again. 1.5 yards away now as we head to quarter 4 from a Najee Harris fumble, resulting in the Eagles taking a 2-touchdown lead. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter. 15 minutes left for the Steelers to mount this comeback. Eagles set up for the tush push here. And maybe they got it. They're going to mark them just a half a yard short here. Eagles, the best team in the league at this sneak, the tush push. And they're bound to set it up again here. 2nd and goal. And they do. Eagles looking to punch in it again. And this time they do. The move that some football fans would like to be outlawed. The tush push that the Eagles do. And just like that, call me dramatic if you want. But it looks like right this second, the Najee Harris fumble has killed this game. Extra point is good, so it's 27-13. Steelers have lost all momentum. Right now, they are on their back foot. Let's see what they can do here, maybe to start a rally up again. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We've officially hit 225 on the subscriber mark, so thank you to the 2 new subscribers here this evening. I appreciate it very, very much, those who did so. Meanwhile, Steelers, they have 14 minutes and 17 seconds to come back from down 2 touchdowns. What can Russell Wilson and the Steelers offense do after a very costly Najee Harris fumble? Steelers looked like they had a chance to tie the game. Instead, the Eagles march down the field and go up by 2 touchdowns. Running back Cordero Patterson in the game as a receiver. Throwing on first down here is Russell Wilson, sliding catch made there by Calvin Austin at the first down marker. Are they going to give it to him? And yeah, they do give him the first down. So Calvin Austin getting exactly 10 yards there. 1st and 10. Cordero Patterson is the back here. Heavy set here. Multiple tight ends, including Darnell Washington and Michael Pruitt. Throwing here off of that heavy set is Calvin Austin. Corner was off of the line there, not pressing Austin. And Russell Wilson, a quick pass there, gained 6 yards. Steelers got to move quickly here because the way the Eagles offense have been chewing up a lot of clock here. I believe just 2 full drives completed in that third quarter. Steelers got to strike, and they got to strike fast. Cordero Patterson here running forward and pushing bodies for the first down there. Cordero Patterson. Steelers now up near midfield now. On the Eagles, 49. Connor Hayward once again as a fullback. Wilson under center. Toss here to Patterson, running right. Patterson stiff-arming a man and getting a gain there of about 5 yards. Cordero Patterson, I believe that was Bond. He stiff-armed down to the ground. We do have a flag, though. Or hang on here. Did somebody lose their shoe, rather? No, it looks like it's going to be a flag, maybe. See here the penalty. And we got a tripping foul on Zach Frazier, the rookie out of West Virginia. Been a very good rookie this year for the Steelers. Just when he's been healthy, anchoring the center of that line, Zach Frazier's been very good. Gets nabbed with a tripping penalty this time. So instead of it being 2nd and about 5, it's going to be 1st and 25, backed up all the way to their own 40. Wilson sending Scotty Miller in motion. Now settling again. Taking the snap, looking to pass. Wilson firing a quick one over the middle, looking for Freiermuth on a quick slant. Ball got tipped at the line. 3rd time today. Third time today, a pass has been batted at the line by this defensive line of the Eagles. So now 2nd and 25. 11:56 left to go. Eagles, they rush 4. Passing it out here to Cordero Patterson. Patterson is going to get tackled for a loss. And a big one at that. Not a big one, actually, but still, it's going to be about 3rd and 27 now. Meanwhile, in a game Steelers fans have been keeping an eye on, 34-21, the Bills currently leading over the Lions. 3rd and 22. Wilson dropping, throwing over the middle here. It's caught by Mike Williams. Not going to get the first down, but Steelers are back on the Eagles side of the field, and it's going to be a punt. Hopefully, Steelers just on the side of the Eagles side of the field. Maybe Corliss Waitman can pin him deep here. Punt is away. Cooper Deshon back to receive this. Ball hits at the 12, and it will roll favorably for the Steelers down to about the 6.5-yard line. So, good job there by Corliss Waitman. We do have a flag, though. Hang on, let's see what this flag's about. Officials having a conversation here. And we got a personal foul on Jalen Carter. The interior defensive lineman, Jalen Carter, on the special teams here, just taking a big bear paw swipe at the head of Connor Hayward on that punt. That's going to give the Steelers a new set of downs here. So, maybe. We'll see here. First down with about 10 minutes to go here. Let's see what comes of it. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, everybody. Personal foul by Jalen Carter backs up the Eagles from starting this drive at their 6-yard line to now starting their drive at their 3. Steelers need a stop on defense, and they need it fast. Eagles up by 2 touchdowns. If they even get a field goal here, this game is over. And we got a flag here and a false start. Joey Porter Jr. signaled that wide receiver A.J. Brown had a false start. And it is. And great job there by Porter pointing it out, getting the call. And looks like there might have been some jawing between some Eagles coaches. They love to argue down in Philly right now. Throwing out here, and it is incomplete. Jalen Hurts looking to continue his successes throwing the rock here today. That time it's incomplete, and 2nd and 11 now. Joey Porter Jr. shouting at A.J. Brown, letting him know that he locked them down right there. Once again, it is Porter and Brown at the bottom of the screen. Hurts handing it off here to Saquon Barkley, and Barkley is going to give the Eagles some breathing room here. It's going to be 3rd down and about 5 or 4 here. Make it 3rd and 6, actually. My measurement's a little off there. Steelers need this 3rd down stop right here. Eagles, with their drives this second half, have taken a lot of time off the clock. Hurts, empty backfield. Barkley motioning out. Back to pass. Hurts fires. It's caught by A.J. Brown. He's got the 1st down and more. Up past the 25 to around the 30. A.J. Brown working on Joey Porter Jr. So the Eagles do convert. And that one might be a backbreaker, even with 9 minutes left to go. 1st and 10 now. Hurts. Barkley running. Runs and just stops in his tracks by Keanu Benton after a gain of around 3 or 4 yards right there. Losing his helmet on the process was Dean Lowry. 2nd and 6 now. Second and 6. Hurts today going over 200 yards passing for the first time in 3 games from the 32. Hurts looking to pass. Now stepping up. Hurts trying to get rid of it. He flicks it over to Barkley, and Barkley dives forward. A long flip of the pass there by Jalen Hurts, and he somehow avoided a couple sacks there. Inflicted ahead to Barkley, making something out of nothing there. 3rd and 2 now. Heavy tight end set here for the Eagles. Grant Calcantara and CJ Uzama on each side of the formation. Hand off to Barkley, running right. Barkley, he's going to get the 1st down. Tackled hard by DeMonte Casey, and Casey shaking his arm on the ground. He's going to be down injured here. Casey up now, and he trots off the field after taking a shot, massive shot there from Saquon Barkley. MVP chance starting here for Saquon Barkley, NFL's leading rusher this year. Eagles now at their 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Barkley again. Barkley now stumbling and losing his footing there. Sort of slid Like he was on a water slide right there. Running to the right. Great job there by Montravius Adams getting penetration. And that, I think, Barkley seeing big 57 running downhill is what might have caused Barkley to slip. 2nd and 14 now. TJ Watt on the sideline catching a breather. Edge rushers will be Preston Smith and Nick Herbig here. Hurts looking to pass. Hurts with time. Directing traffic. Throwing over the middle. It's caught wide open. Devontae Adams up past the 40. And once again, the Eagles with time to throw. Great coverage by the Steelers, but could not hold it for long. Pass rush there, rushing force. Steelers have not brought pressure much, if at all, on Jalen Hurts today, and that's really hasn't been something they've done all year. Barkley again here. He's going to lose yardage again. Minkah Fitzpatrick rushing that time. Another multi-yard loss there. Probably going to be around 2nd and 14 again. Clock still ticking down here. 5 minutes, 10 seconds, still going down here. 2nd and 13. Eagles officially over 100 yards here today. Hurts back to pass again, throwing, and it was tipped at the line by, might have been Peyton Wilson looking for A.J. Brown again. And now, oh no, T.J. Watt's down. Oh no. Please be all right. Oh no, T.J. Watt is down. He is grabbing at his ankle. He's in pain. And Watt rushing. TJ did not, suffer too much, of a beating there on that play. He was lined up with Lane Johnson. Watt rushed, and at some point he must have tweaked something. I think I speak for all Steelers fans here. You can live with a loss. You cannot with the loss of TJ Watt. We'll be back. Hopefully TJ's all right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Before we went to break, TJ Watt was down on the field. He's now on the sideline with a trainer working on his ankle. Certainly, Steelers surrendering 27 points, possibly more with the Eagles if they get a late score. But Watt has had a good game here today. 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 7 tackles. But you'd hate to see it if he were to have some sort of serious injury here. He walked off under his own power. You're hoping it's not an ankle sprain, too severe or anything here. Another quick pass here to Devontae Smith. Gets a gain of about 9 yards. Going to be short. Right now, Steelers down by 2 touchdowns with 4:30 remaining, and the clock is still ticking down. I mean, this game's over, but I mean, you're just hoping TJ Watt's okay. You can live with the loss here. You cannot live with the loss of TJ Watt. 4th and 1, Eagles setting up for a push here on 4th and 1. Maybe trying to get the Steelers to jump. We'll see. And now the Eagles take a timeout. So they do not run the push on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do here. We'll find that out after the break. I mean, really, in hindsight, looking at this game, you kind of knew it was going to come down to this. Steelers didn't get, really blown out. Aren't really getting blown out yet, 27-13. But hopefully just Watt's all right. That's possibly the worst, style of loss that you could have had if you lose your star player. We'll be back in a minute. And this one's close to wrapping up. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, everybody, to the Battle of Pennsylvania. We got a 4th and 1 here for the Eagles. They lined up like they were going to run a push. They took the timeout, and now they're lining up to push again. And the Eagles eventually do get it. They officially give him the first down. So this is disappointing, but, not surprised. And really, 5 minutes after this game's over, Steelers fans, well, some of them, we're going to forget about this game. Even if you fall to 10-4 on the season, next weekend is the biggest game of the year. You're going against the Baltimore Ravens. You win that game, you win the division. Saquon Barkley here running to the right, and he will fall ahead for about 11 or about a yard or two there. Got a flag down here with 3:15 remaining. And Barkley walking with a tiny bit of a limp there. Holding penalty is on Jordan Mailata, and TJ Watt with a trainer. Heavily taped left ankle. Looks like he's going to be walking off the field and out the rest of this game, which, I mean, there's nothing left to fight for right now. I mean, really, all Steelers fans, I'm speaking for all Steelers fans here when I say we could care how this game ends right now. All of our focus is going to be on TJ Watt's status. Saquon Barkley running to the right again. This time he's going to be wrapped up from behind by Alex Highsmith and brought down to the ground. And now another Eagles player is down on the ground. That looks like it is number 77 right guard Mekhi Becton. Again, they show the they are showing the playoff picture. Even if the Steelers lose today, they stay at 10-4. Ravens currently at 9-5 with a win over the New York Giants earlier this afternoon. Steelers beat the Ravens. That is going to be it for the division. You wrap up the division, you're going to the playoffs. From there on, it's just seeding. I mean, really? Ooh, and Becton got rolled up on that tackle by Highsmith, so that is what hurt him. But Steelers going to lose this one. Here's the thing. You're probably, in fact, not probably, you are out of the running right now. As of from this point on, you're out of the running for the AFC number 1 seed. But even if you lose, still could win the division next weekend. Show Russell Wilson on the sideline. A little note from earlier. I believe there was an oblique or abdomen injury for Justin Fields. Pass here to A.J. Brown. He fumbled the ball. Hang on here. Do the Steelers recover this? Pass to A.J. Brown. Seems to be in some pain there with the tackle by James Pierre. And they do give the ball to the Eagles. So A.J. Brown down hurt there. And Pierre just doing what he could to bring down Brown, landed on his ankle. People are complaining for a hip drop tackle. That might be reviewed by the league there. James Pierre, maybe a hip drop tackle there, brings down A.J. Brown. He fumbled the ball, but looks like Devontae Smith for the Eagles fell on top of it. Finishing my thought. Oh, and yeah, that ankle buckled for A.J. Brown. At least from that angle there, that did not look like a pretty injury. But, yeah, finishing my thought from earlier, even if they showed Russell Wilson warming up on the sidelines there, even if he were to go back, he is going to go back into this game. Even if they wanted to take him out, they can't right now. Justin Fields was questionable to return earlier in the game with an oblique or an abdomen injury of some sort. But since then, you haven't really heard much. I doubt he goes back in there. 3rd and 1 for the Eagles. Brown did not get the first down. 3:04 left in the ball game. Once again, Jalen Hurts today been surgical through the air. 25 for 32, 229 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. 1 pass away from making it a 300-yard passing day for him. Saquon Barkley, though, even with the injury, Steelers have held him in check. 19 rushes for just 65 yards, which, with the year he's having, that is pretty good stuff right there from the Steelers defense. 3rd and 1, Eagles, once again, a tush push, and they pick it up. First down for the Eagles. Now, looking at the NFC picture, the Eagles looks like they are pretty much have the division NFC East locked up for them. So, just looking at that playoff picture, it's pretty much set. Maybe the Rams can sneak in here with the Commanders and Packers at 9-4 and 9-5. Rams are at 8-6. Maybe they can sneak in. They've been playing some pretty good football as of late. So let's see what else can be done here. Hurts again, got Gainwell to his left, handoff to Gainwell, and he is going to get only a yard here. Steelers brought the house there, and it fell. Steelers take their final timeout of the half. Wasn't really paying attention to them taking timeouts to begin with, seeing how this one's fate is pretty much decided. 2:56. 2:56 left in this one. This has been a really, long slog of a game, because this game's already 3 hours long. It's officially 3 hours long, 7:25 the time here. But the Eagles' drives especially, they have been just so slow and time-consuming. It's been brutal. Hurts. Another handoff to Gainwell. Started running right, cut back to the left, and made a lot of something out of nothing there. Gets up about 2 yards shy of the first down marker. Eagles going to be forced to run one more play here before the 2-minute warning hits. Hurts, handoff Gainwell, running to the right and getting the first down. Steelers have not been good on 3rd downs today, and it's another 3rd down pickup there for the Eagles, maybe. I didn't really look at the official to see what they gave him. Anyway, that's the 2-minute warning. Last break of the night, hopefully here. We'll be back and wrap this one up after this. Welcome back, everybody. 27-13. The Eagles lead this one at the 2-minute warning. And they have the ball inside the red zone here, looking to maybe just add insult to injury. But instead of running a play, looks like they're just going to kneel this one out. So, in all honesty, does it suck not winning in Philadelphia since 1965? Yes. Does it suck that the Steelers did not officially clinch a playoff berth today? Also, yes. But are we surprised by this loss? No. Are we going to, get down in the dumps and be completely heartbroken by this loss? No. Maybe if it, results in, TJ Watt injury being super severe. But once again, looking at this game, Steelers win this game. It was just house money. But real test, same time, same place next weekend, actually, 4:25 on Fox. Steelers, Ravens in Baltimore. Steelers win that. They clinch a playoff berth. And they also clinch the division. So, Jalen Hurts is going to take the final knee here with 38 seconds left. That is the ball game. So, let me pop up on the screen here, change this. So the Steelers now fall to 10-4 on the year. And these two teams will not meet again until, if maybe, the Super Bowl. But Eagles proved to 12-2. Steelers fall to 10-4. Not a loss, you're going to put too much emotion into. It is what it is. Hopefully TJ Watt's all right. That is first and foremost on the minds of Steelers fans. And all eyes are on a must-win game next weekend to win the AFC North over the Baltimore Ravens. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me here tonight. We gained 2 new subscribers here tonight at 225, officially 25 away from 250. With that, thank you all for watching. Those of you who have joined and have been with me throughout the entire game. Those of you who maybe popped in or out throughout the night. And those of you who will come back and watch this sometime later today. So please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like and share the stream, comment. And with that, Steelers take the loss, but not really worried about it. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow with a video, Monday edition of the Steel City Sports Report, and then probably again this time next weekend when the Steelers take on the Ravens. With that, have a great night, everybody. Thank you very much. Peace.